Welcome to Life Lessons. Amid the hustle and pressure of modern life, have you ever asked yourself, is there a way for my soul to truly find peace? We often search for happiness externally. From work, wealth, to relationships. But the more we chase, the more unsettled we feel. The Buddha taught that happiness and peace are not far away, they reside within our own hearts. In today's video, we will explore 5 principles of living peacefully from Buddhist teachings. These are profound yet easily applicable lessons that can help you navigate chaos and find true tranquility. The first principle is to simplify your life. The Buddha said, "Want less, know enough," is the foundation of happiness. When you eliminate unnecessary things, from material possessions to negative relationships, you will feel a sense of lightness and serenity in your soul. The second principle is to accept things as they are. Suffering does not arise from what happens, but from how we react. By learning to accept and let go of expectations, you will no longer be trapped in negative emotions. The third principle is to live mindfully in the present. The Buddha taught that happiness is not in the past or the future, but in this moment. When you fully embrace the present, you will appreciate the little things around you. The fourth principle is to give rather than expect to receive. The Buddha emphasized, true joy comes from bringing happiness to others. Sometimes, a smile, a word of encouragement, or a small act can make a huge difference. The final principle is to know that enough is enough. Happiness does not come from having more, but from appreciating what you already have. When you recognize that you have enough, you will feel fulfilled by everything around you. These principles are not just philosophy, they are practical guidelines that you can apply starting today. If you find this video helpful, please take a moment to like it to support the channel. Don't forget to share it to spread the positive message to your friends and loved ones. If you want to continue your journey toward peace and happiness, subscribe to the Life Lessons channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss our latest videos. Please leave a comment below about the lesson that resonates with you the most. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Now, let's begin this journey and live more peacefully every day. Principle 1. Simplify life. The Buddha once said, desiring less and knowing enough is the foundation of happiness. This simple statement contains a profound truth about how individuals can find inner peace. In today's world, where everything is more complex than ever, relationships, work, and even our own minds, simplifying life is not just advice, it is a pathway to true happiness. Complexity, the root of unrest. In modern life, we often get caught in a whirlwind of unending ambitions and expectations. We want better jobs, more possessions, broader social relationships, and recognition from others. But do you realize that the more you try to accumulate, the more tired and anxious you feel? This complexity arises not only from the outside but also creeps into our minds. Constant thoughts about the past, anxiety about the future, and feelings of comparison with others create an invisible burden that weighs down our souls. The Buddha pointed out, one who is not influenced by desire, anger, or ignorance is the happiest. When your mind is not shackled by unnecessary desires, you will begin to feel lightness in every moment. Simplifying does not mean giving up. Simplifying life does not mean abandoning everything or becoming someone without dreams or goals. On the contrary, it is a selective action that retains what is truly important and meaningful to you. Eliminate unnecessary items. In a consumer society, we often accumulate too many possessions that we sometimes never use. Try looking around your room, how many items are there just sitting there without real value? The Buddha teaches that letting go of unnecessary things not only reduces material burdens but also frees the mind from attachment. Reduce negative relationships. Not all relationships bring positive energy. Some people, whether intentionally or unintentionally, become sources of stress and unrest in your life. Be bold in eliminating or reducing interaction with such relationships. The Buddha emphasizes the importance of choosing companions on the path of life. Be close to those who bring wisdom and compassion. Focus on what truly matters. Simplifying does not mean doing less, but doing the right things that matter. Take time to reflect on what truly adds value to your life. It may be family, health, or a personal hobby that brings you peace. Focusing on these will make your life more meaningful. Simplifying the mind. Not only should simplification apply to material aspects and relationships, but it must also be applied to your own mind. The Buddha taught, the mind is the source of all things. If your mind is cluttered, no matter how simple your external life is, you will still not feel at peace. Minimize worry about the past and future. One of the most effective ways to simplify the mind is to live in the present. The Buddha said, no one can live twice, cherish the present moment. When you stop worrying about what has passed and what is yet to come, your mind will become calmer. Eliminate negative thoughts. Negative thoughts are a form of mental waste that burdens you. Learn to identify these thoughts and replace them with positive ones. For instance, instead of blaming yourself for mistakes, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Practice meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool for simplifying the mind. When you meditate, you spend time focusing on the present, clearing away all tangled thoughts. Just 10 minutes of meditation each day will help you feel light and tranquil in your soul. Benefits of simplifying life. When you simplify life, you not only reduce stress and anxiety but also create space to enjoy what is truly valuable. You will feel a lighter mind, no longer haunted by tangled thoughts. Inner peace. By letting go of unnecessary things, you will truly feel peace. Better focus. When you are not distracted by too many things, you will work more effectively and enjoy every moment. The Buddha pointed out, attachment is the source of all suffering. When you learn to simplify, you not only let go of external complexities but also free your soul from invisible bindings. Start with small changes, a tidier drawer, a healthier relationship, and a calmer mind. You will realize that simplicity is the gateway to true peace and happiness. Principle 2, accepting things as they are. The Buddha once taught, suffering does not come from what happens, but from how we react to it. This teaching opens up a new perspective on how we face the ups and downs of life. In a modern world full of fluctuations, accepting things as they are not only helps reduce suffering but also brings inner peace. Where does suffering come from? According to the Buddha's teachings, suffering does not lie in the nature of events but in our attachment and reactions to them. When we want everything to go our way, we create a gap between reality and expectations. This gap is the source of anxiety and suffering. For example, when a loved one does something disappointing, the suffering does not truly come from their actions, but from your expectation that they should act in a certain way. Or when a plan fails, the pain does not entirely lie in the outcome, but in your inability to accept that failure is a natural part of life. Acceptance does not mean surrender. One of the biggest misconceptions about acceptance is that many people think it means giving up or resigning. However, acceptance in Buddhist teachings is not about abandoning effort, but about seeing things clearly, without distortion from expectations or negative emotions. Acceptance does not make you weak. On the contrary, it helps you face reality more calmly and wisely. When you stop fighting against what cannot be changed, you free yourself from the burden of emotions and negative energy. Practicing acceptance in daily life. Breathe and relax. Whenever you feel discomfort or stress, stop and focus on your breath. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, this too shall pass. This simple action not only helps you calm down but also reminds you that everything in life is temporary, including negative emotions. View situations as lessons. Instead of seeing difficulties as failures, view them as opportunities to learn. Every challenge carries a valuable lesson that helps you grow and understand yourself better. For example, if you lose a job, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? Perhaps it is an opportunity to seek a more suitable job or develop new skills. Let go of unrealistic expectations. We often make it harder for ourselves by expecting everything to be perfect, from relationships and jobs to ourselves. But life is not perfect. And neither are people. When you learn to let go of unrealistic expectations, you will find your heart feeling lighter. Practice gratitude. Acceptance becomes easier when you focus on the positive aspects of life. Take time each day to acknowledge the things you are grateful for, no matter how small. This not only helps you change your perspective on reality but also brings joy and peace. Benefits of acceptance. Inner peace. When you accept things as they are, you are no longer caught in the whirlwind of negative emotions. Your soul becomes calm, like a still lake. Improved relationships. Acceptance allows you to view others with greater compassion. Instead of trying to change them, you learn to appreciate their true selves. This fosters harmony and sustainability in relationships. Reduced stress and anxiety. When you stop resisting what cannot be changed, you no longer feel pressure or stress. This improves both your mental and physical health. Better adaptability. Life is always changing, and acceptance helps you adapt to those changes more easily. Instead of wasting energy resisting, you can focus on finding solutions and moving forward. Acceptance is a journey. Acceptance does not come instantly, it is a journey that needs to be practiced every day. There will be times when you find yourself reverting to negative emotions or wishing to change reality. The important thing is not to blame yourself, but to continue reminding yourself of the value of acceptance. The Buddha taught, like a rock that is not shaken by the wind, the wise person is not disturbed by praise or blame. Let this teaching inspire you to live with acceptance, calmly facing the storms of life. Accepting everything as it is does not make your life perfect, but it grants you a peaceful soul and the strength to face any circumstance. Start with the smallest things, take a deep breath in times of difficulty, let go of unnecessary expectations, and seek lessons in each challenge. When practiced patiently and sincerely, acceptance will become an indispensable part of your journey toward happiness and peace. Principle 3. Live mindfully in the present. In the busy and chaotic modern life, we can easily get caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. This keeps our minds in a state of unrest and stress. The Buddha pointed out a path to liberate the soul from these pressures, the path of mindfulness. He once taught, "A person who lives mindfully never loses their way." Mindfulness is the key to helping us deeply connect with the present and find peace in this very moment. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness, in Buddhist teachings, is the ability to clearly perceive and fully be present in the moment. It is not merely paying attention, but involves observing without judgment and not being influenced by negative thoughts or emotions. Mindfulness does not require you to change the reality around you, but rather to change how you perceive and experience that reality. This brings a sense of freedom and tranquility, even when facing difficulties. Why is mindfulness important? Connect with the present. Most of the time, we are distracted by thoughts of the past or worries about the future. This causes us to miss the beauty and value of the present. When you live mindfully, each moment becomes vibrant and meaningful. Reduce stress and anxiety. Scientific research has shown that practicing mindfulness helps reduce levels of stress and anxiety. When you focus on the present, your mind is no longer pulled into cycles of worry or distress. Enhance focus. Mindfulness improves your ability to concentrate and work more effectively. When you are truly present, you do everything with greater attention, leading to better results and a more satisfying experience. How to practice mindfulness in daily life. Mindfulness is not something complex or distant. On the contrary, it exists in the simplest activities of daily life. Here are some ways to practice mindfulness that you can apply today. Mindfulness in breathing. Breathing is the most powerful tool to bring the mind back to the present. Take a few minutes each day to focus on your breath. You don't need to change your breathing pattern, just observe and feel it, inhale, exhale. The Buddha taught, when the breath is steady, the mind is steady. Mindfulness in eating. Instead of eating hurriedly, turn your meals into a mindful experience. Pay attention to the colors, aromas, and flavors of the food. Chew slowly and savor each bite. This not only enhances your enjoyment of the meal but also improves digestion. Mindfulness in walking. When walking, pay attention to each step you take. Feel the contact of your feet with the ground, listen to the sounds around you, and feel the air touching your skin. Mindful walking not only helps you relax but also effectively connects you with nature and yourself. Mindfulness in household chores. Even everyday tasks like washing dishes, sweeping the floor, or folding clothes can become opportunities to practice mindfulness. Focus on the sensation of water on your hands while washing dishes, the sound of the broom while sweeping, or the folds of the clothes. Mindfulness in facing emotions. Mindfulness does not mean avoiding negative emotions but recognizing and accepting them. When you feel sad, angry, or anxious, pause. Take a deep breath, and ask yourself, where is this feeling coming from? What is it teaching me? Challenges in practicing mindfulness. Although mindfulness brings many benefits, practicing it is not always easy. Here are some common challenges and how to overcome them. Distraction of the mind. Sometimes, your mind will be distracted by thoughts or emotions. This is normal. Instead of blaming yourself, gently bring your attention back to the present. Lack of patience. Many people expect immediate results when practicing mindfulness. However, mindfulness is a journey, not a destination. Be patient and continue practicing, you will gradually see change. Pressure from life. A busy life can make you feel like you don't have time to practice mindfulness. However, remember that you can practice mindfulness anytime and anywhere, while working, resting, or even standing in line. Benefits of mindfulness in life. Mindfulness not only helps you face daily challenges but also brings profound changes in how you perceive life. Inner peace. When you truly live mindfully, you realize that happiness is not in the future or the past, but in the present. Harmonious relationships. Mindfulness helps you listen to and understand others sincerely, thereby building more sustainable relationships. Inner freedom. Mindfulness frees you from unnecessary worries and pressures, bringing a sense of freedom and lightness to your mind. Living mindfully in the present is not only a lesson from Buddha's teachings but also a valuable art of living in modern life. Whether you are sipping a cup of tea, walking, or doing anything else, strive to be fully present in that moment. Mindfulness does not require you to do anything grand, it simply asks that you truly live each second. Start today and discover the magic of mindfulness. The secret to peace lies right in your breath. Principle 4. Give rather than expect to receive. In Buddhist teachings, compassion and sharing are noble qualities that help people overcome suffering and find true happiness. Buddha once said, "True joy comes from bringing happiness to others." When you give sincerely, without expecting anything in return, you will experience deep and lasting happiness, a joy that comes from within, not from external circumstances. Why is giving important? In modern life, many people focus on accumulation, accumulating wealth, power, or fame. However, this accumulation often does not bring lasting happiness. In contrast, when we give, we not only create value for others but also free ourselves from the shackles of greed and ego. Giving is not just a material act, it also involves sharing spiritually. It could be a word of encouragement, a sympathetic glance, or simply listening. These seemingly small acts have great power in bringing peace to both the giver and the receiver. Benefits of giving. Brings joy and meaning. Helping others allows you to feel your value in life. This creates genuine satisfaction and happiness that does not depend on external conditions. Deepens connections with others. Giving helps build sustainable and meaningful relationships. When you share a part of yourself with others, you create a bond based on trust and love. Liberates from ego. The ego is often the source of dissatisfaction and suffering. When you focus on giving, you shift attention away from yourself and learn to live for others. This brings inner freedom and peace. Sows seeds of goodness for the future. According to the law of cause and effect in Buddhism, every good deed you do plants seeds of goodness for the future. When you give, you not only benefit the present but also create good things to come. Ways to practice giving in daily life. Share time and attention. In a busy world, time is the most precious gift you can offer. Spend time listening to a friend, caring for a loved one, or participating in volunteer activities. These are wonderful ways to give. Spread kindness. Kindness doesn't need to be grand. It can be a thank you, a smile, or a small gesture to help someone. These little things can make a significant difference in someone's day. Provide material help when possible. If you are able, share your resources with those in need. Remember that the value of giving lies not in quantity but in the sincerity and meaning behind it. Share knowledge and experience. If you have special knowledge or skills, share them with those who need them. This not only helps them grow but also creates lasting value for the community. Share words of encouragement. Sometimes, a simple phrase like, "You did a great job," or "I believe you can overcome this," can empower others significantly. A story illustrating the teachings of Buddhism. A famous story in Buddhism that demonstrates the power of giving is about a bodhisattva who was willing to sacrifice himself to save a starving tiger and her cubs. In the story, the bodhisattva saw a mother tiger and her cubs about to die of hunger. Instead of looking for ways to save himself, he decided to sacrifice his body to save them. This act was not for his greatness but stemmed from deep compassion and the realization that bringing life to others is the greatest joy. Though the story is highly symbolic, it reminds us that giving does not need to be grand. With sincerity and a willingness to share, every action can hold great meaning. Challenges in practicing giving. While giving brings many benefits, it also comes with challenges. Fear of being exploited. Many hesitate to give due to the fear that their kindness will be taken advantage of. However, Buddhism emphasizes that the true meaning of giving lies in sincere intention, not in how the recipient reacts. Expecting reciprocity. One of the hardest things about giving is letting go of expectations. Buddha taught that, to give is to not expect anything in return. When you practice giving without expectation, you will feel liberation and inner freedom. Feeling insufficient to give. Many believe they need to have a lot before they can help others. However, the truth is that giving does not have to be material. A smile, a piece of advice, or a kind gesture can have a huge impact. Giving is a beautiful art of living that helps you connect with others and find genuine joy from deep within your heart. Buddha taught that, the greatest joy is not in what you receive but in what you give. Start with the smallest actions, a thank you, a smile, or a simple help. By practicing giving every day, you not only bring happiness to others but also build a meaningful and peaceful life for yourself. Principle 5, knowing enough is happiness. In Buddhist teachings, knowing enough is not just an attitude towards life but also the essence that helps individuals find true happiness. The Buddha once said, "The richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who knows enough." In a world where comparison and endless desire are constantly encouraged, knowing enough is like an oasis of peace amidst the turbulent ocean of cravings and dissatisfaction. Happiness comes from appreciation. True happiness does not depend on the quantity of possessions you own, but on how you perceive and enjoy them. Many wealthy individuals feel empty, while those with less but who appreciate what they have live peacefully and fully. Knowing enough means recognizing the value of what you currently possess. This could be health, family, friends, or simply a good meal. When you focus on the good things in the present instead of chasing after what you don't have, your soul becomes lighter and more peaceful. The roots of discontent. Discontent often arises from greed and comparison. We get caught up in wanting more, believing that more equates to happier. However, like a bottomless cup, greed can never be filled. Comparison is also a significant cause. When you see others with more, you may feel lacking and dissatisfied, despite having enough. The Buddha taught that envy is the fire that burns the mind. Recognizing that each person has their own path and that comparison only harms you is essential. Benefits of knowing enough. Finding inner peace. When you know enough, you are no longer swept away by unnecessary desires, helping your mind to be calmer and free from undue stress. Fully enjoying the present. Knowing enough helps you focus on what you have rather than what you lack. You will begin to see value in every small moment of life. Building gratitude. The awareness of enough nurtures gratitude, a vital quality in Buddhism. When you are grateful, you realize that life has bestowed many precious things upon you. Reducing suffering. By not chasing endless desires, you lessen disappointment and suffering. The Buddha taught that all suffering arises from craving. How to practice knowing enough. Mindfulness about what you have. Take time to reflect on what you possess: a home, good health, love from family and friends. Simply being aware of these things will make you feel more fulfilled. Reduce comparison. Let go of the habit of comparing yourself to others. Everyone has their own journey and circumstances. Instead of envying, draw inspiration from them or focus on the good things you already have. Learn to let go of unnecessary desires. Don't let unnecessary cravings dominate your life. Ask yourself, is this really important? If the answer is no, let it go. Cultivate daily gratitude. Every day, write down 3 things you are grateful for. This helps you focus on the positives and recognize that you have enough. Practice simplifying life. When you live more simply, you can more easily feel a sense of sufficiency. Removing unnecessary things from your life allows you to focus on what truly matters. A story illustrating Buddhist teachings. There is a story that tells of a day when the Buddha and his disciples passed through a village. The villagers lived very simply but were always smiling and happy. One disciple asked the Buddha, "Why are they poor but so happy?" The Buddha smiled and replied, "They are poor materially but rich in knowing enough. They do not crave luxuries but focus on what they have. That is the secret to happiness." This story reminds us that happiness does not depend on external wealth but is found in the richness of the soul. Challenges in practicing knowing enough. Although knowing enough brings many benefits, practicing it is not always easy. Pressure from society. Modern society often promotes accumulation and a chase after material goods. This can easily make you feel insufficient or unachieved. The habit of comparison. Comparison is a natural human reaction. But as you realize that comparison only brings suffering, you'll learn to let it go. Difficulty recognizing the value of simple things. In a busy world, we often forget that happiness often comes from simple things: a good meal, a peaceful afternoon, or a heartfelt conversation. The one who knows enough is rich, the one who does not is poor, the Buddha taught, and this is a valuable lesson that everyone can apply. Take time to reflect on what you have and focus on appreciating it. When you know enough, you will realize that you do not need to chase anything to feel happy. Happiness has always been there. In every breath, every smile, and every moment of life. Conclusion: apply today to change your life. These 5 principles are not lofty philosophies, they are practical lessons from Buddhist teachings, easy to understand, relatable, and accessible for everyone to practice. They do not require you to change immediately or completely abandon old habits. Instead, start with small changes in your daily life. Simplify your life by organizing your living space, letting go of unnecessary items, and focusing on what truly matters. A tidy desk, a balanced schedule, or a relaxing afternoon with a cup of tea can help you feel the lightness that you may have inadvertently overlooked. Accepting everything as it is does not mean giving up effort. It means releasing resistance and judgment in your mind. When you face difficulties with tranquility, you will see each obstacle as a lesson for growth. Living mindfully in the present brings immense strength. Try to pay attention to each breath, feel the morning sunlight, or listen to the sound of the wind passing by. These seemingly small things are truly gifts that help you connect more deeply with life. Giving rather than expecting in return opens your heart. A word of encouragement, a small act of help, or simply your loving presence can have a positive impact on others and yourself. Knowing enough is happiness, freeing you from the cycle of greed and comparison. Remember that what you have, health, family, time, and opportunities, is already a priceless treasure. By practicing these 5 principles, you will not only find inner peace but also spread happiness to those around you. As you change each day, your life will change in a gentle yet miraculous way. If you find these insights helpful, please like this video to let us know that the content has added value to you. Don't forget to subscribe to the Life Lessons channel so you won't miss future videos on the journey to seek happiness and peace through Buddhist teachings. Moreover, share this video with friends, family, or anyone you think could use a little positive light in their lives. Comment below to share your thoughts or experiences you've applied, these can become great inspiration for the community. Thank you for taking your valuable time to watch. Let's continue spreading the message of love and peace together. See you in the next videos.